welcome to another exciting tutorial. Okay, so in this video we're going to make an AppleScript. And basically what it's going to do is, I don't have it made right now. Basically what it's going to do is it's going to make it where you can click on the AppleScript and you'll have two options. One will be, or we'll make three options. One will be to make it where you can record with with just your voice, and then the other one will be to record with the game sound and the voice. And then I don't know what the third one's going to be, but let's go ahead and work on these. So the first thing I want to do is I want to hit Command Spacebar and type in script and go to script editor. And I have this pretty little script, AppleScripts folder here, and we'll set apps in there, and I don't know why that's there, but put that over there. And basically what this one does is it opens up Kerbal Space Program and then sets my volume to 81%. And I'll show you how to do that also. So let's go ahead and start. So we have script editor open, and we want to set a variable called aSource to, and then this is what we're going to set it to. So we're going to choose from list, and we have to put in well, the first thing I want to do is I need to delete that aggregate device that I had. Oops. Because I don't want it on here anymore. So I want to delete that one. Okay. So the very first thing we want to do is open up System Preferences. And then we'll go to Sound. And what we want to do is we want to set the output sound. So what we want to do is we want to name all of these off. Wish I could make this bigger, but I can't. So in parentheses, choose from list, curly bracket, quotation, and these are all going to be in quotations, and you have to type them in exactly like they're written. I've been making a lot of mistakes like that. So this Soundflower, you want to put a space between the parenthesis 2 channel, in parenthesis, and then comma, and you want to put a comma between all of these. Basically, we're creating a list of voice. And now here, like if I would type in and game like that, it's not going to recognize it. You actually have to put it exactly like it is. Like I said, I've been making a lot of mistakes writing this. And like this one here, I tried to just put Afterglow on it, but that didn't work. You actually have to type in the whole name of it. So, can't type. Afterglow AG wired headset. And that's all of those. So we want to in bracket. And then with title, so we're going to name the window that pops up. So this is going to be the title, select output, because that's what we're doing on this one. Default items is going to be Soundflower 2 channel. And then in parentheses, and then we want to set it as text. So now we want to do a new line. And the very first thing I want to do, actually, I want to come back up to the top, and I want to make a comment. Choose output source. And this will be a comment. And then I want to comment again, and I want to do version 1.0. Actually, whoops, I hit print screen. Yeah, 1.0. So let's come back down here. Sorry, I needed to take a drink. So down here we want to do an if statement. So if result. So if the result from the what we choose is false, we want to return an error. Sorry. So that's what that does. If you want, you can set a comment type thing up there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Down here, we want to... I'm going to set a comment for display... what word am I thinking of? And it's a really simple word. Display confirmation message below this line here. So display, no capital, display dialog, and we want to go output source is, or has been changed to, and then we want a space, or we'll do a, like this, or here, we'll just keep output source space colon, and then you want a space and a comma so that it puts a space between it. If it's just sitting right here, it's going to put the item you choose directly on that colon, so we want to put a space and then end it, and then we want to say and a source, ASRC, and what it's going to do is it's going to show up a window that says display dialog, or it's going to say output source colon space and then whatever you chose. And then what I want to do here is I want to do with title. So now we're going to set a title for the window. Output source confirmation. And then that'll be the end of that part. Now we need to telling applications what to do. And these are just comments for the next line type of thing. Let's put a couple spaces in there. So now I want to tell application system preferences, and it is, I'm pretty sure it's case sensitive, but I want to reveal anchor output of pane ID, and this is the this is basically the process name. I think, pretty sure, I can't remember what it's called exactly. com.apple.preference. Don't put an S in that. You'll get an error. It's not preferences. It's com.apple.preference.sound. And then we want to activate. So now we activate. Next thing I want to do is I want to tell application system events. So I'm going to tell the applications, I'm going to tell system events to do something. And then inside system events, I'm going to tell the process system preferences with an S. Now I'm going to tell it to do something. So now I'm going to select, and in the parentheses is what I'm going to do. So row 1, which if I come in here, this right here where it says name, that, and below that is row 1. That's a row, or it's actually a column, but it's a row. So I'm going to tell row 1 of table 1, which there's only one table here, of tab group 1, which is still, if I hit tab in it, so if I hit tab once, it'll go to search, or it'll come down here. So the very first tab, so if I come in here like that, if I hit tab, it goes to search, but if I hit tab again, it'll come down here. That's tab 1 of, let's see, of window sound, which is, if you look up here, that's the name of the window. It's important. Whose value, and the value is the one we chose, of text field 1. So it's going to look at the values of these, which is just the text. So any one of these. So text field 1 is a source. So it's going to compare, oh, in parentheses. So it's going to compare what we chose up here to this down here, and that's what it's going to select. So now we need to end tell. So we're going to end the tell process. Now we're going to end the tell application. We're going to quit the program, or the script, and we're going to end tell, which is we're going to end the tell application part up here. So this is right here is going to be display a window of choices for output. So these are just comments to let me know what is going on. This one here is going to be if error, return error message. And the error message is automatic. So we don't have to worry about, we don't really have to worry about anything there. I know this looks really confusing right here, but when I hit play, it's not going to look confusing anymore. So if I hit play, so there's an expected a comma, but found a number, and it should put my cursor right here. Okay, so see, where I said text field, I misspelled field. So it threw an error. Let's play. Okay, so here's what it is. So and if you look at, well, it's not going to let me do it. But if you notice, this all changed, and now it looks more readable, or legible. So I'll hit play. If you notice down here, I typed in default item Soundflower 2 channel for the output, and it's automatically selected. But you can select whichever one you want. And then you click OK. So if I click Soundflower, click OK. So output source confirmation, output source Soundflower 2 channel. That's the display dialog. Click OK. So now we have an error. So can't get table 1 of tab group 1 of Windows sound of process. So I probably misspelled something. So let's see, tell process. Let's see, select row 1 of table 1 of scroll. Oh. Okay. Of scroll area 1 of. Sorry about that. So the scroll area is this right here. So it's going to look throughout the entire scroll area, not just what we see here. So now let's hit play. 2 channel, okay. Okay. And then it'll automatically close that. So now if we play it again, it'll open. Nope, didn't open it. Okay. So this is strictly for the output. So now what we want to do is I'm going to go File, Save, and I want to save this in the script side. So let's go Sound Output, and I want to save it as a script for editing purposes only. Now what I want to do is go File, Export, and in the Apps section, well, I want the name of it, the Apps section, I'm going to change the file format to Application, and I'm going to save it there. Okay, so all that's done. So we can exit that. Now let's go into AppleScripts. Let's go into Apps. Now we have Sound Output. So let's click on Sound Output, and it opens this here. And you can choose whichever one you want. So that's good. It's pretty good. So now what I want to do is in the next video, I'm going to do sound input. So with that, I'm all tongue-tied. If you want to say, if you want to know how to do something, or you want me to do a tutorial for something, just let me know. I do a lot of different things. As you can tell down here, I've got things like Unity, Blender, Final Cut Pro, After Effects, Illustrator, Bridge, Photoshop, Premiere, Xcode, Xamarin, and these are Text Wrangler, Text Edit. I've got a lot of different things on here, and my application list is huge. Like, I have so many applications to do different things, and I use them all. Some of these are just games, like these are like old school games. Like very old school, like DOS. And then like I've got the Andy emulator. I've got a lot of different things. So if you want to know how to do anything, just let me know. I do C#, Java, stuff like that, web development, things like that. So with that, as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.